Hey folks, how we doing? It's Mr. Carter here, ready to help you with the mid-unit assessment number 2 review. So go ahead and put your name on this if you haven't yet, and let's begin. So I'm going to split this up into 3 different videos. I'm going to do pages 1 and 2 right now, and then I'm going to make another video for pages 3 and 4, and then finally a video for page 5. So here's pages 1 and 2. All right, so question 1. Ron puts 5/6 of a bag of sand into each of 4 sand boxes. Decide if each expression can be used to find the total amount of sand that he uses. So choose yes or no. So this is one of those where you got to do each one, as like its own individual problem. So you got to do all 4. All right. So yeah. So let's look at this one here. 4 times 5/6. Well, yeah, that makes sense because if he has 4 sand boxes and each bag is getting 5/6 of a bag in each box, so you can go 4 boxes times 5/6 of a bag, right? So that does work. Now, when I do that, and this is going to help me for the second one, I know that 4 times 5/6 is the same as saying 26th, right? Because you can multiply the whole number times the numerator. So the answer here is 26. Now, if I'm looking here, 20 times 1/6 also equals 26, right? So because you go the whole number times the numerator, 20 times 1 is 26. So you get the same answer. So this also works. Now let's look at this one. So we have 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. Well, that, my friends, is 4 times 1/6. And it's not 4 times 5/6. So this has to be no. So that leads us to this one, right? So this one is 5/6 4 times, right? So that is 4 times 5/6. So that one is a yes. Okay. All right, let's look at number 2. So Sally went running 8 times last month. The distance she ran are shown in the line plot below. So here's all her running distances. That's the title of the line plot, and here our label is the distance in miles, and these are all miles, right? So what's the difference in length between her longest and her shortest distances she ran? Well, the longest distance she ran was 5 7/8, because that's where we have our line plot here, our x, our data point is on this one here, and that's the longest one. Okay, so we're going to have to subtract since we're looking for the difference. So I'm going to do that here off to the side. So we got to go 5 7/8, and we got to subtract from the shortest distance. So the shortest distance is the one here on the far left at 5 1/8, because that's where our x is over here. So minus 5 1/8. So, we start here with our fraction part. 7/8 take away 1/8 is 6/8, and then 5 wholes take away 5 wholes is 0, and we don't really put a 0 in front of our fraction. So the answer is 6/8 of a mile, which is letter A, 6/8 of a mile. All right, turn the page to the back. So I kind of started here, and we'll come back to that in a second. The answer, spoiler alert, is going to be yes, but I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to go through that. So Gary hikes 4 6/10 miles on Saturday and 3 7/10 miles on Sunday. Gary says the total distance he hikes on Saturday and Sunday is between 8 and 9 miles. Is he correct? Well, yes, he's correct, and I'll explain why. So we have to add these 2 distances, because he says the total distance that he ran on Saturday, 4 6/10, and Sunday, 3 7/10, is between 8 and 9. So we got to add those 2 together. So I'm going to do that here off to the side. So 4 6/10 plus 3 7/10. So I'm going to put my wholes together, 4 plus 3, and I'm going to put my fractions together. So I'm breaking apart and adding. 6/10 plus 7/10. So 4 plus 3 is 7 wholes, plus we have 13/10. Well, this 13/10 we can break apart into 1 whole and 3/10, right? So now we have 7 plus 1. Let me put that 7 down here. 7 plus 10 over 10 is 1 whole, plus 3 more tenths is 8 and 3 tenths. Okay, so yeah, the distance he hikes is, and I'm going to fill in the blank, is 8 and 3 tenths. That is between 8 and 9 miles, right? Because it's in between 8 and 9, right? It's a little bit past 8. So I found the distance he hiked by adding 4 and 6 tenths, and 3 and 7 tenths to get 8 and 3 tenths. And that would be a nice explanation there. Number 4. What whole number goes in the blank to show an expression that has the same product as 3 times 3/4? Write your answer on the blank. So I'm going to do that down here, 3 times 3/4. And again, when we multiply a whole number by a fraction, we multiply the whole number times the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9/4. Okay, so what times 1/4 is going to get us 9/4? Well, so we got to ask ourselves, what times 1 will get us 9, right? So that is 9. And again, so 9 times 1 equals 9/4, because again, you multiply your whole number by your numerator. Okay. Okay, so that's it for pages 1 and 2. Go ahead and find the next video and go to pages 3 and 4. Okay, thanks.